Beyond the Great Wall's ramparts rode the Xiongnu, fierce horse archers whose lightning raids forced emperors to weave frontier fortifications into one continuous barrier. Known in Rome centuries later as the true Huns of Europe, their legacy echoes from Attila's battlefields to Genghis Khan's vast steppes. Welcome to Asian Lore, where we bring you epic stories and hidden histories from across Asia. Today we trace their rise under Modu Chanyu, their epic wars with the Han dynasty, the chilling legend of Modu's loyalty test, and the archaeological and genetic evidence linking them to the European Huns and later Mongol horse lords. Ready to journey across the endless steppe? Let's ride. By 200 BCE, nomadic clans scattered across the Mongolian grasslands coalesced into the Xiongnu Confederation. Living in portable felt yurts and following vast herds of horses, sheep and cattle, they mastered mounted archery, a deadly hail of arrows that could shred any infantry formation. Their political and ritual centre lay in the Ordos Loop, today's Inner Mongolia, where tribal chiefs gathered under open skies to swear loyalty to a single ruler, the Chanyu. Their true empire under Modu Chanyu around 209 BCE. According to Sima Qian's records of the Grand Historian and the Book of Han, Modu was once a minor noble until he executed a brutal loyalty test. He compelled his followers to take aim at his father's favourite concubine. Those who refused were killed on the spot. When even the bravest archers obeyed, he proved their unwavering devotion and seized supreme power. This same story appears in later Yuan-era dramas and folk chronicles, cementing Modu's ruthless drive for unity. With absolute authority secured, Modu forged blood-kin pacts between rival clans and demanded tribute from neighbouring peoples. His cavalry of mounted archers thundered through Central Asia, projecting Xiongnu power from the Ordos to the Altai. Alarmed, the newly unified Han dynasty first sent envoys, only to watch their caravans vanish across the steppe. Full-scale campaigns followed, with stunning victories at Mai and humiliating defeats at Baideng. Ultimately, Han rulers turned to a monumental engineering project, linking earlier warring states' walls into a defensive network. Rammed earth embankments, brick and stone battlements, beacon towers, and garrison posts sprang to life along the frontier, creating the backbone of what we now call the Great Wall of China. Yet the wall was never a single unbroken structure. It was a series of ramparts, interrupted by mountains and valleys. Signal fires flashed smoke by day or torchlight by night, while relay horses galloped between forts, carrying news of Xiongnu incursions faster than any courier. Politically, the Xiongnu differed sharply from China's centralized bureaucracy. Modu Chanyu sat at the apex, but power flowed through a tribal federal council of noble clans, each commanding a wing of cavalry. Senior generals held titles like Left and Right Wise King, while lesser chiefs led hundreds or thousands of riders. Major decisions, war, peace, or tribute, were made with input from the aristocracy, binding the confederation together much as the Mongol Kurultai would bind Genghis Khan's Khanate centuries later. Daily life on the steppe revolved around mobility and horsemanship. Families moved seasonally, erecting yurts near water and pasture lands. Women wove felt blankets, braided hair and milked mares to produce kumis, the fermented drink that fueled long rides. Artisans carved bone into combs and jewellery. Smiths hammered arrowheads and stirrups. Ritual ceremonies honoured Tengri, the eternal sky deity. Shamans drummed, chanted and mediated between the living and ancestral spirits, a spiritual tradition that would echo in the rituals of later Turkic and Mongol peoples. Centuries later, Roman historians described a people called the Huns charging the Danube frontier, mounted nomads with lethal bows and a reputation for ferocity. For a time, scholars questioned whether these European Huns shared roots with Xiongnu. Now, linguistic parallels, titles for king, horse and bow, hint at a common language stretched across Eurasia. Artifacts from Kurgan burials in Kazakhstan to the Carpathian Basin reveal identical bronze buckles, horsehead finials, and quilted coats, proof that a branch of Xiongnu splintered westward, becoming the Huns who toppled Rome's frontiers. Recent breakthroughs in ancient DNA have cemented this link. Analysis of elite burials in Central Asia uncovered Y chromosome markers matching those in European Hunnic graves. Strontium isotope ratios in tooth enamel show individuals born east of the Altai Mountains dying in the Carpathian Basin, confirming large-scale migrations around 370 CE that ignited the migration period. These movements reshaped both East and West, clearing the way for Gothic kingdoms and, later, paving routes for Mongol conquest under Genghis Khan's successors. Though the Xiongnu Confederation collapsed under internal strife and Han pressure by the 1st century CE, their nomadic model endured. The Xianbei rose in the north, followed by the Rouran Khaganate and the Gökturks, each inheriting the title Chanyu or Khan and the art of mounted empire building. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan would refine this tradition into the largest contiguous land empire in history. Today, Mongolian and Turkic peoples celebrate their steppe heritage in Nardam festivals and eagle hunting competitions, keeping alive the spirit of those first Xiongnu riders. Which Xiongnu fact stunned you most? The daring of Modu Chanyu, the wall's signal network, or the DNA link to Attila's Huns and Genghis Khan's legions? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this epic journey, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We are Asian Lore, delivering the best in Asian stories. See you on the next Odyssey across forgotten empires.